Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the first custom bay showcase. First bay we're going over is going to be my custom Sonic the Hedgehog bay. So let's get this thing started. So this bay is called Sonic Dash. As shown in the intro for this, it comes on 460 and low cyclone. Let's go through each part one by one, starting with the bit, which is low cyclone. Now low cyclone is just as the name implies, it's just a lower version of cyclone. For reference, let me show you what the actual cyclone. For reference, this is low cyclone, and this is the regular cyclone. As you can see, low cyclone is like 1 millimeter shorter than regular cyclone, which is what the low bits basically are. It's in a yellow color because that's the color I printed in. And a trend you'll see with these custom bays is that these bits will be printed in yellow. That's because that's the only color that I have on me that I could feasibly use to, make sure the bits are stable. Next part we're going to go over is like an unoriginal part that isn't customized. Next we have the ratchet, which is 460. The 460 ratchet specifically comes from the Green Wizard arrow, which I have a second of. But this is the original 460, green 460 I had before. And 460 obviously has 4 sides and it's a height of 60. I would have used like a 360, but there's no like green 3-sided ratchet. Besides the 380 ratchet, but I didn't think 380 ratchet would work best for this combination. So I decided to go with the low height green thing to represent the Green Chaos Emerald and Green Hill Zone, which is the first ever zone made for Sonic the Hedgehog. Other than that, there's nothing much to say about 460. Now let's go on to the most exciting part of it, in my opinion, the Sonic Dash Blade. This is the blade, Sonic Dash, and obviously this isn't an original blade. This is Night Shield. This is the blue Night Shield that I had before, but I just put a Sonic sticker over it. But I love the look of this. I love the fact that I've always wanted a Sonic the Hedgehog Beyblade because I'm a Sonic fan and a Beyblade fan. Sonic fan simply because you look at this over here. I have had this for a long while and a Sonic Beyblade for a while, and I like Sonic in general, but I also have an interest in Beyblade. So why not combine the two? Giving us this lovely thing. I would have used Drawn Dagger or Drawn Sword simply because those shapes are more accurate to how Sonic is. But I don't. But first, for the drawn dagger thing, I can't buy an extra drawn dagger, and plus, I just can't buy an extra drawn dagger. And for the drawn sword case, I don't have an extra drawn dagger or drawn sword actually. So that drawn sword will be untouched. I used my blue Night Shield simply because I had an extra Night Shield, so I didn't have other blues for that, so that's why I used it. And that's pretty much all for my Sonic Dash 460 Low Cyclone Bay Showcase. I would be doing battles, but the battles are going to be saved for another day. Anyway guys, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Tune in next time, and goodbye folks. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the Custom Bay Showcase. This is another Sonic character-based bay. This is Knuckles Crash 370 Trans Hexa. Let's get into the review, or showcase that is. First part we have is Trans Hexa, which is pretty much the only new part of this bay, and this is just the Hexa bit, but with the trans point gimmick. Basically, you could change heights. You could change from like 370 to 371. Basically, make it 1 millimeter higher. Yeah, I don't have much to say on this. It performs like Hexa, since the bit doesn't really move. Since the bit doesn't really turn that much. But when it does, it turns. Honestly, yeah, it's just. I wanted to use the defense bit for this, I was originally gonna think of using disc needle for this, but I opted not to use disc needle because the low resistance, and I want this to be like a defensive balance type bay, since Knuckles can attack and defend. So yeah, I could use like a balance type bit that can defend, but can also attack. And now let's move on to the next part, which is the 370 ratchet. The 370 ratchet is just your standard red 370 from the unicorns, the red unicorn sting, which is what I used for this bay in particular. But yeah, there's nothing really much special about this. I chose this red 370. I chose the red 370. I didn't really have a choice because the other red ratchets I had, I wanted to use my 560 that's red, but I only had one copy of that, so I just decided to use my already loose 370, this loose red 370. And this also kind of referenced like Knuckles' actual color scheme, so because Knuckles is red. I would have printed this bit in green to represent Knuckles' shoes, but I didn't really have an extra some green filament on me. And now we're gonna move on to the most exciting part about this is the Knuckles Crash Blade. Knuckles Crash arguably has like a worse looking gear chip design. That's because I layered more plastic. If I didn't say it in the I didn't say it in the Sonic Dash custom base showcase video, but I put layers of blister packaging plastic on the base, because if I were to just put the sticker on top, it would come off. That's why I decided to put. But I think I just went overboard with Knuckles because it looks like it just has it looks a lot more cloudy. I can't even put it in the front of the camera without it. Can the camera come in focus? But yeah, the Knuckles gear chip. Honestly, I kind of like it. I like Knuckles gear chip because of how it looks. I would have used the red Leon Claw. I would have used the red Leon Claw because the claws are kind of like Knuckles' fist. I hate the glare that's coming from my light, because it's ruining the fact that I can't even show it like this or like this, because it blocks. Okay, never mind. But yeah, this bay isn't new. This bay isn't newly modeled. It's just Unicorn Sting with a Knuckles sticker on top of it. I might make more of these customs. I might make a Tails one to round off Team Sonic, and I might only just make Team Sonic. But eventually, I might also get around to making other Sonic characters. So if you guys don't want to miss that, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Anyways, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Tune in next time, and goodbye, folks. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is another custom base showcase. This is actually going to be one of the last ones that I do for, just basic X customs. This one we're going to be reviewing Wyvern Scythe, or actually Wyvern Flame. I forgot the name actually for a little bit. Wyvern Flame 380 Transhexa. So let's get into the parts one by one, starting with the bit. Our bit here is Transhexa. Transhexa is basically a similar function to how Transpoint functions, and which it can change from its low mode, which is a regular sized bit, to a high bit variant with the change of the little prongs that are here that change it up to make it a little taller. Yeah, this serves more of a defense-like purpose, as even though you're at the tallest height, if you just want to make that extra movement to make it taller, it can most certainly do that. But it would make your ratchet more exposed, which is one thing that would kind of be just like a kind of, bad thing for this combination. And, yeah, that's not really what you want for this type of Beyblade. Next, got the ratchet, which is 380. 380 is in this orange and yellow color scheme. The yellow is supposed to represent the bit, because this is meant to be like a dragon blowing fire from its mouth, which is why I named it Wyvern Flame. This is a balance type after all. So even though the bit is more defense oriented, it's still meant to be just like evoke a balance type. And and similar to how Whale Wave had a taller ratchet, but I gave this a taller ratchet because, there was only so much ratchets that I had that could evoke like a flame. So I decided to go with a flame colored 380. As you can see, my 380 has seen better days because the yellow part right here is kind of going white. But yeah, and the mode change here is just like you go from low mode here to changing up to high mode right here, which makes it a little taller. And then we move on to the blade itself, which is it's Wyvern Flame. It's basically just Scythe Incendio or Hell Scythe with a Wyvern motif in the middle. That's just something I decided to do for, stylistic purposes. I didn't really decide to do much with the blade, but honestly, I like this because, it's unique. It's unique. It's not like any of the other bays that I have in my collection. It's something that's uniquely mine. It's like something that I can, call my own. Even though the Wyvern thing, even though the red Wyvern can be recreated, it's still kind of like just my own creation, so I call this one of my partner bays. My main partner bay being Roar Tyranno, but if I ever wanted to use a custom partner bay, I would go with this one. This one being Wyvern Flame 380 Transexa. I would have gone with 370, but at this moment right now there isn't a 370 that has this has an orange color scheme. Though I could reconfigure the 370 from the Shinobi Shadow random booster, and then put the orange 3 frame, and then put that as the 3 frame for the 370, so it could be 370 Transexa. But I like this a lot more because it's like a dragon flying above, and if it turns to this mode, it could come crashing down. It could be like a dragon, just flaming down on its opponents. So folks, that was my Wyvern Flame. This is actually my first proper X custom that isn't based off of a video game character or anything like that. So I hope you guys really enjoyed me showing off this thing, because I kind of like this bit. And expect to have some videos that have Wyvern Flame in it, because yeah, I kind of like this bay. I haven't actually properly tested it out, so maybe in the future I'll do some battle videos with Wyvern Flame. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Tune in next time. Goodbye, folks. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bay Corner. Today's video, we are going to be doing a custom bay review. And I know I did the usual Bay Corner intro despite this being a custom video, but today's video we're going to be going over Phoenix Rebound. And yeah, this bay's named Phoenix Rebound. And I know the bottom part of the gear chip doesn't look good, but we'll go over that quickly. And let's go through every part one by one. First part we have is the blade, which is Phoenix Rebound. Phoenix Rebound is basically Wizard Arrow, but as a defense type. In a sense that it hasn't even changed, but the bows serve a different purpose as to try and deflect any impacts. Which I would have given this Bound Needle, but Bound Needle looks a little too much like Bound Spike, which is why I opted not to use Bound Needle. But it's still a good bait nonetheless. I colored in this part because this part was entirely white and I didn't want this part just to be entirely white, so I tried to paint it to color it black to match the black circle that's in the gear chip, and also trying to get like a little red over here. But it just looks like it's coming out of some red goop, I don't know. But honestly, it's not that bad of a custom, even though the bottom part is horrific. Now let's move on to the ratchet. The ratchet is the stock standard 480 that is used on the Orange Wizard Arrow, but I decided to use this because it would match with the color scheme of Phoenix Rebound, and honestly, I think it really does kind of fit Phoenix Rebound's look. Along with the bit, which is going to be explained in a bit, but yeah, 480 is a run-of-the-mill ratchet. It's not really that good. It's not really that competitive. It's not really good for burst resistance because of how easy it is to burst. 4 sides is easy to burst, and 80 height is even worse to burst. So, yeah. Now let's move on to the bit. And now we have the bit, which is low needle. And yes, this is low needle, not under needle. Under needle is just 2 millimeters lower than regular needle. But low needle is just 1 millimeter lower than needle. Which, I don't know why Takara told me made under needle when they could have just made regular low needle. But they do them. Honestly, the combo is decent enough. The combo is Phoenix Rebound, 480 low needle. So, with that out the way, since it's a defense type, we're gonna put it against an attack type bait. That being Dran Buster, 160 gear flat. From the KO machine video that I did a couple of days ago, or more specifically, I think just a couple days ago, of Dran Buster on gear flat. This is a KO machine, but will Phoenix Rebound actually, stop the KO machine? I highly doubt it, but we'll see anyways. Let's get this thing started. This will be up to 4 points. I don't want this to be this long, so let's start the battles. The first battle, I'm gonna shoot. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Yeah, first battle ended in a burst finish. So yeah, not too good for Phoenix Rebound. Because it's not rebounding. Next battle, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. This is a burst machine. You can't stop the unstoppable Dran Buster. So yeah, that was the look of Phoenix Rebound. Honestly, Phoenix Rebound is pretty trash. Only reason I say this is because of how bad the burst resistance is and how easy Dran Buster was able to get 2 burst finishes in a row just to easily just demolish this bait. But that doesn't mean it's bad. It could be good in different settings. Possibly. But that'll be safe for another video. Anyway guys, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Goodbye folks!